everybody. Back with Amy in the El Paso kitchen. Just wanting to, again, reach out to friends and supporters and the people who've already donated to this campaign to say thank you for getting us to a record level of donors. Over the course of this, hundreds of thousands of people have joined in, some at $5, $10, some who have made multiple $5 and $10 donations, some who've been able to contribute more, all of whom are going to ensure that we far exceed what we were able to raise last quarter. So I want to thank you for that. And to each of you, asking if you can help us one more time before the end of the day by making another donation. Over the last live stream right here in this kitchen a couple of hours ago, I think we raised $10,000, and that was $5, $10, $15 at a time. A lot of people joined in and supported. And what Amy and I were doing throughout that is just sending text messages to those who made a donation or who made an additional donation. So we were going to set this crazy goal of, over the next half hour, trying to raise $15,000. And we thought we could, this is where we need Molly. Maybe she could construct a thermometer and show us where we are on the goal, or like color it in. Over the course of it. Maybe if Molly ends up passing through the kitchen, we'll ask her to help us with this. But wanted to see if you could join us by making a contribution right now at BetoO'Rourke.com. You can go there and very quickly, it'll take you less than, how long would you estimate to make a donation? 32 seconds? 90 seconds. 32 seconds if you're super fast, or 90 like seconds.
32 if you have the your info, you can just select
yes.
it. If you've actually got to type it out, 90.
Yeah. Okay. So, but under a couple of minutes to make a contribution that will really help us to have the resources to go out and reach the people who are going to decide this next election. And we're thinking about those in Iowa, more than 60% of whom have not yet finalized on a candidate. They may have a preference right now, but they're open. And if they're open, we need to be able to fund the organizers who will knock on their doors, to meet them, to share with them what this campaign is about, and to bring them in. To ensure that we are clear and bold on every issue that matters, on climate change, making sure that we have an extraordinarily ambitious proposal to confront that in the decade that we have left, to make some significant changes to this country, to our economy, to how we power our lives, to get to net zero greenhouse gas emissions no later than 2050, much sooner if we can, and to make sure that we're calling upon every single American to do that. When it comes to gun violence, making sure that we acknowledge the full depth of the challenge that we have and go beyond universal background checks, as important as they are, red flag laws, and really talk about the fact that we have millions of weapons of war out on the streets, in our homes, weapons that can be used against us, potential instruments of terror. Talking clearly about that and a very decisive, bold plan to keep fellow Americans safe. That's something that really seems to be resonating right now, and it's a message that we need to get out to more people. Need you to help us do that by making a contribution right now. Whatever the issue is, whatever people care about, we want to make sure that we reach them and let them know that this campaign is a home for them, and that working together, we can come up with the solutions for the greatest set of challenges that this country has ever faced. And in addition, as was just brought home to us over the last couple of days that we spent in Austin, Texas, the fact that we can bring Texas and 38 electoral college votes to play to defeat Donald Trump decisively without the shadow of a doubt on election night in November of 2020. This is something that's really important for our fellow Americans to hear and to understand. And so your willingness to go to BetoO'Rourke.com and make a contribution will make all the difference in the world for our ability to do this. So wanted to say thank you. And over the course of this live stream, Rob's going to give me your number so I can text you. If you made a donation, we're going to get your number. We'll send you a text. Amy might bring up one of the kittens. There may be some other surprises. We have some chocolate cake that is left for those in the El Paso area.
People wanted to see Gus earlier. Maybe we get Gus is in a lot of dirt, so you have to
we'd have to dig Gus
him out. But
yeah.
If we're close and that's what it takes, we'll do it.
What is Gus's brother's name?
Dan.
So Dan is also in the turtle soil enclosure. and maybe we introduce everybody to Dan.
Yeah.
There's Monty the snake. There's Sandman, the bearded dragon.
Yeah.
You could bring Sandman out.
Yeah.
Maybe we do that.
Get Molly to bring Sandman.
Maybe we get to a certain threshold, Sandman makes an appearance. The bearded dragon.
So someone asked why I'm smiling, and I'm smiling just because I love reading these comments. They're so good.
Yeah, you got to read us some choice comments.
Well, a lot of people that are like, darn, I literally just donated $5 before you started this live stream, or I just donated to Jen.
Do it again. Do it again.
So
we're at 1100.
What's that?
We're at 1100 already.
No way. So
wow.
Awesome. So we were trying to get to.
Says 15,000 in 30 minutes. Easy.
Whoa, Madeline, I like your attitude. I like your spirit. So Rob just told us that we are at $1,100 so far in the first few minutes. We're trying to get to 15,000. So by my rudimentary math, we're more than 1/15 of the way there. So keep it up, America. Let's keep it going. And we'll try to answer your questions along the way. We're going to try not to go into too much length so we can get as many people into the conversation as possible. If you've just made a donation and want us to give a shout out to someone in your life, help us do that. And you need to be wary of anybody who tries to game the system by having you shout. I was a 14-year-old boy at one point, so I know the names that people will submit that they try to get you to repeat.
Right. So I've also seen a few comments of people that have made a $5 donation, but then are getting like 10 or 15 other people to commit to doing a $5 donation. So
awesome. For
those of you, I'm also seeing a few comments about tight budgets, which is totally understandable. You can secure your friends, family, get them to make a donation.
Your neighbors, your classmates, your coworkers, the people that you went to college with and you haven't talked to in 20 years, but you just want to send out a friendly email and say, hey, this guy Beto is running for president. I think he has the best chance of defeating Donald Trump. He can win the 38 electoral college votes in Texas. He's right on all the issues that I care about. And he's also going to places that not every other candidate is going to. He's going to Erie, Pennsylvania. He's going to Dayton, Ohio. He's going to Canton and Forest, Mississippi. He's going to Little Rock, Arkansas. He's going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we're definitely in the early battleground states, but we're also in most of the other states as well. This week we're going to go to Arizona. We're going to go to Utah. I want to make sure that if we're truly to run a national campaign, we bring everyone in this nation into the conversation. And so your $5, $10, $15 helps us to do that. So I want to say thank you. And to those who are reaching out to their circle of friends, now's the moment to do it. And you can send them the link. It's BetoO'Rourke.com. And very quickly, very easily, they can make a donation. They can also find out more about the campaign. You can say, hey, go to BetoO'Rourke.com, find out where this guy is on climate, on immigration, on criminal justice, on healthcare, on the economy, on anything that you care about, and then make an informed decision and get behind this campaign.
Yeah.
Are we frozen?
Yes.
Let it go. Let it. There it goes.
Okay.
We were the stream seemed frozen for a second, at least on your phone, but it's back up.
Yes.
How are you liking the new iPhone?
I mean, I probably don't fully take advantage of everything it has to offer, but yeah, it's working for me.
Yeah. It makes phone calls, receives emails,
Yeah.
sends texts.
Okay.
Any texts that you want me to send out, Rob?
I sent.
Oh wow, you sent a
yep,
lot. A
there's
lot
a
have
few.
come in while we were. Okay, Amy, I'm gonna take care of this first text.
Okay.
While you give us an update on what you've been up to lately. Actually, tell us you just went to your high school reunion. That's a great story.
Well,
No?
I mean, yes.
Okay,
I
go
went
for it.
to-
I'm gonna text Paula in Rhode Island to thank Paula, and I'll text you as well if you make a donation right now, or I'll do my best to text you. We're texting as many people as we can who come in. So,
Yeah.
Amy,
So Molly
high
and
school
I-
graduation. You
yeah.
graduated from high school in what year?
1999.
1999.
And I can't remember exactly, but I was probably one of 50 or 60 people in my graduating class. So it would be a small reunion, no matter how many people turned out. But I think it was a tough time of year because there were only 6 of us. So it was super chill, great to see the people that came, and then really fun to see my teachers, some of the teachers that I had showed up.
And you had a great conversation with the teacher who had no idea that we were running for president, which was kind of a nice,
That was the vibe
refreshing
that I got,
conversation.
or he just knew that maybe I wanted to talk about other things, and so
Yeah.
just didn't address that. But yeah, he was probably one, if not my favorite. High school
What did he
teacher.
teach?
He taught ninth grade physical science, and he was my honors physics teacher senior year, and was just like couldn't contain his excitement to be teaching and would be like bouncing all over the classroom, and then stayed in every lunch to give kids extra help, and so I was in there
Cool.
a fair amount. Yeah.
Cool. I just update on my texting progress. I texted Paula and then now just texted Patty in Florida
Awesome.
to let her know. Do you mind if we
Okay.
just send Patty a quick photo?
Oh yeah.
I just think that's cool for the send that in. Uno, dos. All right.
And then the other kind of exciting thing today was that I just got off the phone with the editor of the Williams Record, so the Williams College newspaper.
Is that where you went to college?
Yep.
Williams.
And,
Just so you know, inside joke, everyone who goes to Williams is fiercely proud of the fact that they went to Williams. So Amy went to Williams, her brother Pablo, her sister Christina, and they're all about being EIFs. What's an EIF?
We're purple cows.
Okay. And EIF is the name of the founder or
Yeah.
somebody who's important in the
Yeah,
history of Williams.
founder. Ephraim Williams.
So how did the interview go?
It was great. I was just so honored that they wanted to do an interview. So that was kind of exciting. It's going to run later this week in the Williams Record. Okay, I'm going to text Kat.
I just texted Kat. Sorry, I'm one ahead of you. Go to the next one.
Okay, I'm going to text Jenny in Berlin, Mass.
All right, and we'll no longer pose for photos. I'm just gonna take these. These are like action photos as you're texting and on the live stream. Oh, you posed. Oh, look at that. It's a great. Okay, Kat, we just sent you a live photo and a thanks for the contribution. If you want to join Kat and others who are helping us in this campaign, you can go to beto'orourke.com and make a contribution there. We're trying to raise $15,000 in the remaining 16 minutes or so that we have left. So coming down to the wire, as you may know, for those of you who follow campaigns or have followed this campaign, this is the last day of the last month of the third quarter, which means that at the end of the day today, we report everything that we've raised and send that to the Federal Elections Commission. They then publish that information, and so all campaigns will be compared relative to one another in terms of what they've raised and the number of people they've raised it from. And we really want to show our grassroots strength and the amount of support that is out there for what we are trying to do for this country, the support that is coming in from this country right now. So please be part of that and be part of the story that we get to tell when these numbers are published. You can go to beto'orourke.com and make a contribution there. If you've already made a contribution, you can make another one. And every dollar, every $10, every $50 really matters, really counts, and really helps us to reach the people who will be going to those caucuses, who will be participating in their primaries, who will be deciding the future of this country at the ballot box. And so please help us to have the resources to reach them. Thank you.
Okay, did you already do Mary in Alaska?
No, let's do Mary in Alaska.
All right.
All right. Mary, thank you for making a contribution. You know what? Alaska is one of the states we have not been to
I
in
want
the
to go with
campaign.
you.
Would you mind going alone?
No.
And I'm not asking you to. I'm just, Amy and I have kind of pursued campaigning together, and then we've gone solo and sola on a couple of trips just to maximize the amount of time and number of people that we can meet. And you just did a sola trip to New Mexico and met with supporters and friends, and hopefully new supporters and friends who are out there. And maybe you get to do Alaska
Well,
with Mary.
yeah. So I really enjoy the solo trips, but then I only get to leave. So not as much as we might like, and then that means that I don't get to be with you. That's only a bummer.
Well, I'll go to Alaska with you then.
Yeah,
if that's
let's
what
do
it
it
takes. Okay, cool. Alaska, hopefully, here we come. Would love to see you. Thank you for the support from Alaska, from one big state to another. More text numbers are coming in, which is a great sign in terms of the amount of support that's coming in. I'm going to send one to Kate in Washington State right now. Kate, thank you for the help. Hey, all right. And we'll also send you a limited edition kitchen selfie if you make a contribution. Thank you, Kate. You know what might be a good thing to do right now?
What's that?
Is to bring out the bearded dragon, just as an added incentive and inducement.
Okay. Let me see if Molly wants to.
Okay.
I'm happy to, but sometimes she likes to.
It's her bearded dragon.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? She's also practicing the clarinet. And
Oh,
maybe
man.
get her to do some clarinet.
And hard to put Molly on the spot, but maybe if we get closer to our goal, we can have Molly play the clarinet just as a way to say thank you to everyone making a contribution right now. Really appreciate it. Everyone who's been out there hustling today, especially the last day of the quarter. Lots of small dollar contributions coming in. This is probably one of our record days in terms of the number of people who are participating and going to betoo'rourke.com. Just know that we'll make the most of it. And I don't think, and those who are measuring this stuff can check me on this, I don't know that there's another campaign or another candidate that is traveling the miles that we're traveling, holding the number of town halls that we're holding, answering the number of questions that we're answering, listening to the number of people that we're listening to. So we're going to leave it all on the field, do everything that we can. We know that this moment defines us as it does you, as it does this country. And we're going to make sure that we have done everything within our power to make sure that America rises to its potential, fulfills its promise, and meets this moment of peril that we see literally on every front. And as tough as that is, the thing that makes me so optimistic and hopeful and positive is the number of people that I've met across this country who are committed to this country, not to a person or a candidate or a political party, but to this country. That's the one way that we're going to come through. And I want to make sure that our campaign embodies that, reflects that, says to you, we could care less if you're a Republican or Democrat or independent, big city or small town, how many generations you can count your family an American or whether you just got here yesterday. The fact that we're all here now and have the chance to do something for our country, that we're Americans first before anything else, is all that matters at this moment. And that's the way that we're going to campaign. That's the way that you've helped me to reach other people who want to be part of this, and we're just going to stay after it and keep it up. So thank you for the support.
So cool. So Catherine Aubrey is the Facebook name, and she said, Mary in Alaska is me.
Oh.
Mary Catherine, but I don't like my first name. So I just texted her.
Right on.
Yep.
Very cool.
Molly and Olivia are going to come down in just a second and play some music.
Oh, okay, cool. What instrument is Olivia playing?
Flute.
Okay. You are about to, if you will stay on the line, about to get a flute clarinet ensemble from two super talented 6th grade girls here in El Paso.
Haley says, hi Amy, hi Beto, I'm a student at Westchester University in Pennsylvania, and we would love to have you on campus.
All right, we got to do this. So thank you for reaching out. You said it's Haley?
Yes.
Okay, Haley, that's how we ended up at Kent State. That's how we ended up at Ohio State last week. That's how we ended up in so many of the communities where we've had the chance to be with people who far too often have not been able to be part of the national conversation. We're all about bringing you in and listening to you, and not just answering questions, which I'm always happy to do, but hearing your best ideas for this country so that we can be at our best. So looking forward to getting to see you, and we'll make sure our campaign follows up.
Totally. Okay, I'm going to shoot out another text.
All right.
Where did we leave off? Did you do Kate in Washington?
I believe I did Kate in Washington. You want to do Julie in Detroit?
Awesome.
Julie in Detroit, and then Shauna in Utah, we're coming to you. And actually, Shauna in Utah, we're literally physically going to come to your state this coming week. As you know, Utah is not often enough a state that presidential candidates come to. And I grew up living in a state in Texas, which was thought to be so reliably red that in the general election, no presidential contender really bothered to show up, at least not in a meaningful way. And certainly they didn't come out to El Paso, Texas. And so I know from experience what that's like to feel forgotten or left behind or not important enough to count in the election. By contrast, this campaign that you are helping to fund by going to betoo'rourke.com and contributing $5 or $10 or $15, this campaign is going everywhere. Going there for everyone. We write nobody off. We take no one for granted. We do not allow the differences between us to divide us at this defining, decisive moment of truth for this country. And so your contributions make this possible. And so, Shauna, we're going to come out and see you in Utah, in large part thanks to you and others who have provided us the resources to be able to go out there and travel. Hey, Amy's sending a selfie to, is that Julie in Detroit?
Yes.
To Julie in Detroit, which, by the way, we have loved going out to Detroit.
I went to Detroit 3 times this summer.
Yeah, and Flint.
Yeah.
Amy made dinner in Flint, an amazing Gianna Perillo pasta with a stick of butter in the sauce, which is the secret magic. Add some salt and cream. It was really good. It's nice. So, we're running down, maybe have about 10 minutes left, and want to make sure that we raise as much as possible before we have to report our numbers back to the FEC. So if you can do me 2 huge favors. First and easiest, this does not cost you literally a cent. If you can share this live stream so that those in your social network know that we're running this campaign and have a chance to listen to us and also to share with us their comments or their questions, which we're trying to read as fast and furious as they are coming through. That would be so helpful, and it brings so many new people into this campaign. So share this live stream on your Facebook account. It is literally, Rob, what is it, a 1 or 2 click,
Easy.
10-second process. If it takes 90 seconds to donate,
This is to Michael in Louisville.
okay, Michael, Kentucky. Hello. Is that
you're
2
getting
cheese
a
dog?
really good picture.
Oh, that's a really good one. The longer this goes, the more candid the photos are going.
Yeah, totally.
But if it takes 90 seconds to donate, to share this video, under 10 seconds, and would love to have the help, and then would love for you to make a contribution. And in gratitude, hey Bobby, in gratitude for all those who are making a contribution, we're going to introduce you to girls. Are you open to playing just for a little bit? Okay. Why don't you remain off stage until you're ready to go, and then we'll bring you on. You tell me when you're ready, and I'll count you down and bring you in. All right? You ready? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to introduce the great Molly
Hold
and
on.
Olivia. Oh,
We got to do what's our level before performance?
We are at 8,000.
8,000.
oh,
Okay.
we're really making headway. So we're more than half the way there. Bring us home, folks. If you can make a contribution at betoo'rourke.com, it's going to go a long way towards making sure that we have the resources we need in this campaign to reach everybody. So that's what we're about. We don't take any money from PACs. Really important to know that. No political action committee, no NRA, no corporations, no special interests, no lobbyists, just people like you and me contributing what they can to make sure that we get out to everyone and bring everyone into this race. And in gratitude for the contributions you've already made, for the fact that over the last 20 minutes we've raised more than $8,000, we present to you Molly and Olivia. You girls ready?
Yeah.
All right, here, we'll just get out of the way. That's Rob's new amazing iPhone. Here,
Are you 14?
what song are we playing here?
14 and 17.
14 is Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
And then
Wait,
yeah. And then 17.
All right.
I just need to get sound first.
Okay.
Do you know how to do hot cross buns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
someone
give me
like
some
that.
hot
That's
cross
what we're
buns.
gonna do.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Wait.
Ready?
Wait.
Molly, Olivia, you probably just broke our fundraising goal through that performance. If you like what you heard and want to support what this campaign is doing, go to BetoO'Rourke.com, make a contribution right now. But don't allow me to stand in the way between you and hot cross buns. Here you go. Take it away.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, then we have a duet. It's just, can we practice a little?
You can practice a little. We
Will
may
you also
be wrapping
look
up
at
this
the big
live stream
dragon really quickly?
soon. We're going to let everybody get back to what they're doing today, and we're going to get back to some of the work that we've got to do. But we really did just want to take an opportunity to say thank you to everybody who makes this campaign possible, to send out some text messages to let you know that whatever you can contribute makes a difference, and that that we're grateful. And we want to let you know that through this live stream, through our text messages, through the performance of hot cross buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb, and through some candid selfies that Amy is texting your way. Mama, algo
I'm
más?
gonna get the bearded dragon. They're gonna do one more song.
Okay,
How about
one
duet?
more song and a bearded dragon, and then we're gonna get back on the road. So
Have a duet.
you have a duet. Okay, here we go. What do we call this duet?
It's called. There's not really a name.
It's called Split Decision.
Yeah, but that's not really a name.
Okay.
It's just.
Okay, you do A and I'll do B.
And are you reading the notes? You can read music?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But we have different notes. Like hers is different than mine.
Yeah.
That's mine. B.
Do you need any percussion or accompaniment? You need me to sing while you're doing this?
No.
Okay.
Wait, will you just count us off?
Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and
Sure. Ready?
okay.
Ready? Wait. Set. Go.
Woo! All right, split decision. I love it. Okay, we're gonna do no bearded dragon. Is the bearded dragon angry right now?
I can get it. I can get it.
Okay, I think you need to give the bearded dragon some
Wait,
attention.
do you want me
Oh,
to
is
get
the
it?
bearded
He
dragon?
was not liking it.
No. Uh-oh. You know what? It's now a fight for the scarce resources of attention and love in the household as the number of animals multiplies. So we just need to spend some more time with Sandman, the bearded dragon. We'll give Molly a quick opportunity to bring up Sandman, and then we're gonna hit the road. But thank you all, and it's fun doing these live streams again. We haven't been doing them as much as I would like to because, we've just been traveling so hard. But when I get to see some really familiar names and some good friends show up who have been with us from
Yeah.
the very beginning, it's really encouraging.
Our long drives across Texas,
Absolutely.
playing trivia games.
With Molly
Yeah.
in the backseat. You know, we did a live stream earlier in the week, and I don't know if you remember Eric Garber,
Oh yeah.
Dark
totally.
Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Eric Garber was on. I remember Eric Garber playing Molly in trivia. This was probably back
Yeah.
in 2017
Totally.
on the live stream, and has remained a great friend and supporter.
He's not mean at all.
Well, I've warmed him up for you.
Yeah. All right. This is Sandman. Is Sandman freaked out by Artemis
No.
getting in his stuff? Here, Artemis. All right. Molly, anything you want to tell us about Sandman?
No.
Sandman eats worms and crickets
And fruit and vegetables.
and fruits and vegetables.
And hot Cheetos.
Like,
No.
Not actually hot Cheetos. They're just pellets that are bright red and they look like hot
they
Cheetos.
look
They're
like
like
hot
dried, mashed up. worms and crickets.
Have you tried the bearded dragon food at all?
No.
No.
What? I mean, just
Well, unless you eat dried crickets.
You want to show him how he likes to latch onto your shirt?
do you remember our friend from Iowa who has a bearded
Yes.
dragon?
Totally.
Charlie?
Charlie is the
Yeah,
woman that owns.
That.
But what was his name? Linus?
Yeah, Linus.
Yeah.
Do you remember Linus? So Charlie got a tattoo.
I saw that.
Yes, Charlie got a Beto tattoo on her arm. It is so cool. And I love that she has your love of animals and specifically of
Or
bearded
that
dragons.
I have her.
Well, that's right. She may have
Although
preceded you.
she encouraged us to start
Having dubia roaches.
to like harvesting cockroaches. 'cause
No, they're
those-
called dubia roaches because they're not cockroaches. They're like small and they're
Well,
not in-
anything with the word roach, I don't think I want to harvest in our house.
You
I don't blame
do
you.
it mealworms, breed mealworms. Or crickets.
All right, that is it from the O'Rourke household, from the children, the parents, the animals
The
involved in the
friends.
production of this
The
live stream,
musicians.
the good friends and musicians. We just all want to say thank you for the support, for the help. Thanks for helping us to meet our goal. If you can, shoot a quick note out by text or email to your friends and ask them to go to betoo'rourke.com to make a contribution. Promise you it'll make a difference, and I promise you we'll make the most out of it. Right, Molly? It's a yes. All right, we'll see you all. Thanks.